The best nighttime routine to reach your full potential. The first point you guys need to understand is the whole point of this nighttime routine is to lower your stress, right? Whether you're a 9 to 5 worker, you're a student, whatever it is you're doing throughout the day, you probably had a pretty stressful day. Maybe you've gone to the gym after work, then you cooked, you got your steps, right? That's a pretty strenuous day. So the whole point of your nighttime routine is to lower your stress so you can actually go to sleep and get healthy sleep. So the whole point of this is to lower your stress. How do you lower your stress? The first thing I do every single night to lower my stress is go for my nighttime walk. Going for my nighttime walk is very important. Not only am I trying to get my 15,000 steps, and I've made other videos explaining why walking is such a great form of cardio, but outside of the fact that I'm trying to get my steps, walking lowers your cortisol. Your cortisol is your stress hormone. So by having that as low as possible, you're going to be naturally more tired because you're not stressed, and that'll help you in the long run be able to fall asleep. And when you have low cortisol, you have high testosterone. They are inversely linked. So you want to have your cortisol as low as possible so you can have your testosterone as high as possible so that you have high energy. You're performing well in the gym. Your whole life is better when you have high testosterone. So really going on walks, especially at night when you're trying to get ready to go to bed, is super important for lowering your stress, getting your steps, and just feeling great overall. That is the first thing I do in my night routine every single night, and I've seen amazing results from doing that every single night. Now that's getting colder outside. If you have to wear a hat, gloves, whatever it is you have to do to go for your night walk, make sure you're doing that because that is super important. Going to number 2, another thing that is very important is no phone. And this is definitely something that I struggled with in the past, but not being able to go on your phone is a huge advantage to actually getting to sleep at the time you want, right? Because when you go on your phone, you're feeding your eyes blue light, you're feeding your brain dopamine, you're just scrolling, endless scrolling, you're not really getting anywhere from that, especially the fact that you're stressing out your brain. It's really not healthy when you're trying to go to bed, right? You want to go on your phone as little as possible. I have blue light glasses, which is really helpful because when I take videos of what I eat before I go to bed, I have blue light glasses on so that the blue light is not getting in my eyes. Obviously, it's better if you're just not on your phone at all, but if you have to go on your phone, wear blue light glasses. Like when I post that meal that I eat before bed, I don't go on my phone afterwards, right? So like if you DM me after I post that meal, I'm not going to respond because I don't go on my phone after that. That is the last time I'm on my phone, and even when I'm on my phone, then I have blue light glasses on, so it's not affecting me when I go to bed. Not going on your phone will make a huge difference for you when you're going to bed, right? Like, bro, just put your phone down, read a book or something. I don't know, do something to unwind your brain. I know like no one reads a book nowadays, but even doing that is really good for unwinding. It's not stressful. It's, giving your brain a lot less stress than just going on your phone and scrolling and just constantly feeding your brain dopamine. You're never going to fall asleep like that. So many people do that and then they wonder why they can't fall asleep. That is exactly why, bro. Do not go on your phone. Go on that walk. If you incorporate those first 2 things, you're going to notice that your nighttime routine is way better. You're actually able to go to bed at the time you want, and you're going to feel way better the next day. So those are the 2, first huge things to do. The third thing is, this is definitely going to be one that people don't hear a lot because I feel like people are definitely told not to do this, even though, actually no, people are told not to do this are probably told for the right reason. It's eating. I mean, if you're eating like Cheez-Its, Twinkies, and Oreos, yeah, like don't eat that at all, but definitely not before bed. You're just going to spike your blood sugar. You're not going to feel good. You're going to run to the bathroom. All these things are going to prevent you from actually going to bed. The things I eat before bed are organic pasture-raised eggs, right? Like great nutrients, good source of protein. Organic frozen blueberries, which has antioxidants, vitamins, magnesium, melatonin. All the things are going to help me actually go to bed. I have those 2 things with a cup of raw milk, another, great source of nutrients in the raw milk. And the last thing that I have, which is probably the best thing to have before bed, is raw honey. By just having a teaspoon of raw honey before bed, you are boosting your testosterone in your sleep. You're going to wake up. You're going to feel amazing. That is the benefit of having raw honey before bed. But I combine that with a cup of raw milk, frozen blueberries, which also have fiber, right? So I'm full. I'm not hungry going to bed. I don't run to the bathroom because I'm eating whole, good food, real food. With the eggs is a great thing to eat before bed, and I do it every single night. I do those 3 things to ensure that my nighttime routine is optimal. I eat probably 30 minutes before bed, and then 30 minutes later, I'm pretty tired once I've combined all these things into one package. That is the best thing to do for your nighttime routine because that will then lead you to get the ultimate crown jewel, which is 8 hours of sleep. And 8 hours of sleep is crucial. You have to get 8 hours of sleep because when you get 8 hours of sleep, you wake up the next day, you think very clearly, you're ambitious, you feel good, you feel ready to attack the day. You have that motivation throughout the day, right? Like when I don't get 8 hours of sleep, my brain just feels like a block. I'm not really able to think the way I want. And my whole day is just kind of ruined from the fact I'm not getting 8 hours of sleep. You also have to get 8 hours of sleep because that's how you're producing hormones. You produce hormones in your sleep. Producing hormones is important because you have higher testosterone with the more hormones that you produce. So being able to get 8 hours of sleep, not only mentally but physically, it makes all the world of a difference. And you have to be doing these other 3 things before getting the 8 hours of sleep to actually get the 8 hours of sleep. And I do these things every single night to ensure that I end up getting the 8 hours of sleep so I can help myself the next day perform it the way I want, reach my full potential, accomplish all the things I want to get done throughout the day, accomplish, and that way I feel my best, I'm operating at my best, I'm thinking at my best, and it all comes from the fact that my nighttime routine is helping me get 8 hours of sleep. So with that, that's basically all I got, but pretty simple. I mean, it's all really simple things, but it just requires a certain level of discipline that not a lot of people have to actually get these things done every single day. But if you have the level of discipline to actually get all these things done throughout the day and throughout the night, you will realize how much better your life gets. The only road that this leads you to is a better life, and that's the only thing I'm really trying to preach on here. So thank you for watching. Have a great weekend. Stay locked in. Start applying these things. Let me know what else you want me to talk about. I will talk about it. I will make another video about it. There are so many things I can continue to talk about and help you improve on. So let me know. Keep going. Keep being great. Stay locked in.